The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Carr right away going to look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he's got room. Oh, what a move. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
No.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Raiders 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Carr now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down, and will.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Packers 21. Raiders nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On play action, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Oh, look at the juke. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. $21-0 our score after 1.
Packers 21, Raiders nothing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, throw left side, complete. That's Harper.
Complete to number 1. A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal.
And Carlson missed it. Pulled it to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
26.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced the high throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Packers open the lead up to 34-0.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Will Harris. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
42. Raiders nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Rashawn Gary
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Carr. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, that is now 2 sacks for him here this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. 7. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on first down.
Able to find Higgins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Now Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. 26. Rodgers now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To throw is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's caught.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Raiders nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But
he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
The score, Packers 49, Raiders 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10. Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's able to find Wallace. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Final minute now in the third quarter. From the 38, Rodgers. That's taken in by Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
On second and goal, Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now this time, Carl throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Rodgers to throw once more. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Throwing on 4th down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their route.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Able to find Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Over the, and he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Rodgers now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll get 34 yards there. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, out the curve, out the block.